I was given the plan that could change the world. I know how that sounds, and some people won't believe it, but that doesn't matter anymore because I've seen too much. It's something that just has to be brought forth. This is not something that I even asked for. It's not something that I wanted to do, but that's what's occurred in my life. And in 1989, when I sat down and started receiving this presence, this intelligence, which I called Wilhelm, I had no idea what it was going to do or what was going to happen and what it was going to reveal to me. I didn't know what it was, how it was going to change me at all. And over the years, it kept being revealed to me that what this work was not just for me, because it did change me, it healed me, it caused me to do all that, but it was a system for humanity. It was a system for each person to understand who they were, because it's not about a religion, it's not about any of that. It's about accessing the value, the inherent value that exists in each person, in their soul. And that is something that becomes aligned when you understand who you are. I didn't know that's what I was creating. We never know when we're doing something new what it's going to be. But it showed up at the time that our world is going through a dramatic change. And that's when many new things are developed. And it would always say, Wilhelm would always say in the sessions that I was meant to bring together science, spirituality, and human potential. And that made no sense to me until I started seeing it happen. And when I first put people in the program in 2021, that's what surprised me the most. But then it is shown to me why. Because this is ancient wisdom. This is using modern sciences. We're using cognitive behavior training. You're using all of that. And over time, you start to see yourself in a new way. And then you start to see the world differently as well, because we all come into the world with blockages and things that we have within us, and we're figuring out systems and ways of uncovering that. And the most wonderful thing just happened. I just had a meeting with someone in Asia who is a doctor and researcher, philosopher, who has developed a system the same way, knowing that the energetic, and he uses the astrology and numerology and all of that of each person to show them, creates a plan where they can see their destiny basically and where they're moving. And it's a detailed thing. And so we're coming together because we have the same goal, not knowing the same mission, that we can create a better world if more people understand who they are and can evolve to higher states of consciousness. And he calls his the ascension, and he's used all this technology he's developed, and it's so astonishing. And Wilhelm has shown me, which I put out the other day, which I could not have known before we had artificial intelligence, the organization of all the information that they have given us. And it just takes you to a greater sense of who you are, understanding your unique divine plan, however you might think of it, because we all have one. And we had to move through all the what you can call the low vibrational things that existed within each of us. And that's what went on with me and with others, which is why this worked. And it was even challenging for me to accept it because I've run from it. I have hidden from it for the longest time because it didn't make sense. And at 74, I can look at all the things that have occurred that this information had allowed me to move through and to evolve to a state that I didn't understand. But I began to see that everything Wilhelm had given us was showing up in the world, because everything that's within us is showing up outside. And so it's about embodying our authentic self, who we're meant to be in this world. And that's what this work does. But not everyone's going to understand or do this. I get that. But those who are ready, I have done something quite different, because I am offering first of all, a session, a Wilhelm session, um, which wherever you want to take it, you can take it in the beginning or at the end or whatever. But when you take a Wilhelm session, then you're enrolled in the 4-week program, because that's the guidance that takes you through understanding who you are. And it's a day by day thing. That's how we change. No one does it overnight. And you have it forever because we keep going back. And that's what I discovered with this work. When people did it the first time, they were going back and redoing it because they could see their evolution. They could see what they wrote the first time, what they did it, and then a new awareness. That is how we all evolve, and we do it every single day. This was just something I could have never expected that came about, but it's too vital in our world now to not go forth with this. And me hiding out from it is no longer, it doesn't work because I feel you might feel it too. You're feeling like, oh, wait a minute, there's a next thing I'm supposed to do. That's the energetic shifts that are happening in our world that you're being moved to. Now, of course, not everyone will, but those who of you who are feeling that and know that you're here to make a difference, you know that you are trying to get to something that you couldn't access before, and you've tried everything else and it didn't work. This work will this will take you there. But see, now I'm improving it to that's what I'm doing. I want to prove it to you, and that's why this um, is such a small investment for you to get this kind of guidance and work, where you can come to that empowered person you're meant to be, and the person that's meant to bring something into the world. Because I know that is in with each person. It's just going to look different for us. We don't have the same paths. I never could have expected this would have been mine. However, I know what it can do now because I've seen it. So if this is you, if you're ready to do it, just use the link to schedule to book that one session. You can book it wherever you want, but you just have to schedule that session, and then we'll enroll you into the program. This is the time for us to move to the next level of whoever we're supposed to become. That's each person. And again, this is something that not everyone won't resonate with, but those who will, it's this is the time to do it. And I'm so grateful that we're going to bring in other information that those in the program now will have the ability to use it as well. We're still negotiating all of that to figure out, but it's about transformation, and his company is about the transformation of humankind is what we're both doing. And it's just because it can only happen through the individuals, it can only happen through each of us. And at times, life can be surprising where you might discover something brilliant within you because we all have that. So if this is for you, please use the link and we can start taking you to all of us to that next level because that's what we're all doing now. This is the path we're meant to follow to create better lives and the world we all want to see. Thank you for being here, and you can check the link and everything else below. See you soon.